Hello, I'm Emily Williams, and today I'm here to talk about gardening. First, let me introduce myself. Like I said, I'm Emily Williams. I'm 19. I'm a freshman at Donaldson College, and I'm a gardener. So I chose to talk about one of my favorite hobbies. It's kind of a sentimental, love, because I grew up gardening with my mama. She had a garden behind her house. I started it maybe 5, 6, and I've gardened all my life. I've just started my own garden, my 2025 garden, and so I wanted to talk to y'all about that. I recently started mine, and here I'll show you some pictures. This is the start of my garden. It doesn't look like much, and they're not in the ground yet, so don't judge, but they started in pots and planters. They're called planter cell starters. You can buy them at Home Depot, Walmart, even the Dollar General. They're pretty cheap. I started growing strawberries, watermelon, romaine lettuce, and okra, and cucumbers and corn. I've also started planting some other things, which I'm going to show you some of them, but I don't want to overload you with pictures. First, I want to show you one of the easiest things to grow right now is lettuce. This is romaine lettuce. It's actually really easy to plant, even though it's cold right now. This is really easy to plant. I've actually done this completely inside in a windowsill. This lettuce was actually started from, I don't know if you can see that, store-bought lettuce. I ate the top part. The bottom I cut off, stuck in some soil, water it, and it's already started to grow. It's probably been a week and a half since I started this, so really anybody can do it, even if you're living in a small apartment with no land. And then I'm going to show you my potatoes. You can't see them, but these are my potatoes. They're yellow, maybe Yukon potatoes. I'm not quite sure, but again, they're from store-bought potatoes. They started to eye because I didn't eat them fast enough, and I didn't want to waste my money, so put them in some soil. To do that, you wait till they're rooting or eyeing. You cut off the top of the good ones with the eye up, so you put them 2 inches deep down into the soil, cover them, water them, and you'll have some potatoes. Finally, this is on there, but I have some strawberries in a hanging plant. Strawberries are really good for hanging plants, and I bought this one actually from a plant store. Came in a bulb, but you can already see how good that is growing. It's good to start all your plants in these pots and everything, especially since Georgia weather's been on and off, cold and hot, cold and hot. But what you will learn today, and what I will be talking about, is tips for gardening, common mistakes when you start planting, and some fun facts that I hope you'll enjoy. I enjoyed them. First, I want to talk about some essential tips. The first one is choose the right plants for your location and the season. So in North Georgia, right now in March and April, plants like lettuce, carrots. It's not quite warm enough for tomatoes yet. And strawberries, they're good to plant right now. Potatoes, squash. You want to plant what's good for you at the time, because if you're planting, let's say watermelon right now, it's not going to grow because it's not quite warm enough. And then herbs that will grow is basically all of them, like parsley, dill, cilantro, and chives. Herbs are really easy to grow. You can grow them in your windowsill. Flowers that grow well right now are pansies, petunias, marigolds, and zinnias. Sunflowers is not quite hot enough yet, but you can grow those in Georgia. Some plants will never thrive around here, like tropical plants like mangoes and papayas, because they need a warm climate year round, and the cold winters in Georgia will just damage them and kill your plant, waste your money. So not a good idea. My second tip for gardening is companion planting, which means grow what grows good together, because some plants will kill your other plants. Some plants will absorb all the nutrients from the soil and take it away from the other plants, or take too much space up. Major plants not to grow together is first fennel. Fennel and anything do not grow together at all, because fennel like excretes a chemical that kills pretty much any plant around it or stunts its growth. Then the second is beans and any of the alliums, which is shallots, garlic, onion, everything like that. It's because of the strong aromas and oils that they excrete, and it just stunts all the other ones' growth. So you don't want to grow anything like that around. For peppers, for example, you would like to grow them with basil. They are one that actually likes onions, which is surprising. Most things don't. Spinach and tomatoes, they all grow well together. And carrots are really good with tomatoes, leeks, rosemary, sage, and chives. But for example, they would not grow good with onions. You can find guides like this on the Farmer's Almanac, which is www.farmersalmanac.com. And Farmer's Almanac will help you with gardening completely. You can look up what plants grow good, what plants don't grow good together, what plants are good for a certain soil, a certain time of year, and just tips overall from actual farmers. Let's see. My third is water at the right time. Watering is actually, you might think, oh, let me go out, it's nice outside, let me go and water my plants. When it's nice and warm and sunny outside, it's not a good time to plant, or not to water your plants. Actually, you want to water your plants once the sun goes down. A study from the University of Georgia, Agriculture and Environmental Studies, showed that in warmer climates, watering at night once the sun is down is better, because the sun evaporates the water, and doing it later reduces the water loss, which overall causes better plant hydration. And then my fourth and final tip is that old food can be reused as fuel to help plants grow. For example, eggshells can be crushed and sprinkled into your soil, and they release their nutrients, because eggshells are really nutrient, into your plants, helps them grow. I have chickens, so I use their old eggs. Common mistakes for new gardeners is overwatering, underwatering, too much water, drown your roots, kill them, not enough water, they shrivel, die. The second is planting in the wrong location, not enough sunlight. Without sunlight, plants can't grow. Overcrowding plants. The plants need room to grow. The roots is what it gets all its nutrients from. Without enough room, they won't grow. Not controlling weeds, same thing. Takes up space, absorbs all the nutrients, kills your plants. Planting too early or too late. If it's too hot, too cold, your plants need certain weather conditions to grow. The wrong ones will kill them, and you'll get nothing from your harvest. Now for my fun facts. Plants can actually communicate with each other. They use something called volatile organic compounds, or VOCs. They're released when plants are under stress or attacks, such as pests. They release chemicals, and other plants can actually sense them, and they will activate their own defense mechanisms, such as like producing toxins or strengthening their cell walls. Gardening also helps the environment because it converts carbon dioxide and CO2 into oxygen, which makes cleaner air. CO2 is a greenhouse gas, not good for the environment in large quantities. And through photosynthesis, plants take the sunlight and the CO2 and create their own fuel and release oxygen, which helps the planet. Let's see. Next, did you know that some plants repel mosquitoes? I know everybody hates mosquitoes, and it's about mosquito season because they produce natural essential oils that interfere with mosquitoes' abilities to locate their hosts. For example, my first one is lemongrass. It releases citronella, like the bug bracelets, citronella candles, which you use in the summer to keep the bugs away. Lemongrass naturally makes that. Garlic, right there. Garlic creates sulfur. Mosquitoes, nothing like sulfur. Peppermint and mint create menthol, which knocks out the mosquito senses. The mosquitoes do not like the smell of that. Let's recap. First, I want to say the gardening tips: choose the right plants, use companion planting, and proper watering techniques. The second one is common mistakes: overwatering, underwatering, placement, overcrowding, and then poor weed control, which is a major one. And then my fun facts, which we just went over, that some plants can repel insects, they help, they communicate, and they benefit the environment. I just want to say that gardening involves knowledge, patience, and care. Understanding these will help you be great at gardening. And gardening helps the environment as well as you, because you can plant your own food. That's all I have. Thank you. If you have any further questions or anything you need, I'm Emily Williams. My email is ewilliams15@dawnstate.edu.